Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Neremik, and this is probably the last video you're going to be seeing of me for this year, because it's New Year's Eve, and I figured, since we've already hit 800 subscribers, and it's also the end of the year, I'd double these up into a New Year's subscriber special thing, where I just kind of talk to you. We haven't really done one of these subscriber specials for a while, so I figured, you know what? It's New Year's Eve, I'm feeling reflective, let's get on it. So, before we get into the specific subscriber special stuff, this year for the channel has been admittedly one of my favourites in a while. It's probably going to rival like 2020 in terms of vibes, or at least be a very close second to it. Because these series that we've done this year, I'm so happy we've done. Persona 4 Golden, series I immediately dismissed for being too long, done within the exact space of a year, and then we're going on to Persona 5, both of those being pretty more well received now, which is nice to see. Of course, we did Sonic Unleashed on the Wii PS2, Forces, and we're doing Frontiers, all phenomenal. Finished Skyward Sword after God knows how many years, and we've gone on to Wind Waker. Had more collabs, of course, with Ben and stuff in Fall Guys and Dead by Daylight, experimented with that sort of content. Second channel has been dead and buried in this year, but we don't talk about that. And yeah, no, all those series we've done this year, I've been genuinely happy with. Minecraft Funded Survival going into Minecraft Hardcore Season 2. It's all just been very cohesive, and I'd be amiss not to even mention Train Travesty among that. To say that this year has had like the best content I think I've produced, from a pure commentary vibe to the tags and the optimization to the thumbnails, and just hell, even the commentary. I think it's probably been my best and strongest year so far. I would be amiss to mention this guy though. In the latter half of the year, you'll probably notice I did start taking this in recordings. It's good old G Fuel, long since discontinued Dub Melon Mint, which has literally just came back a few days ago. And I've been taking this because it expires in April, and I did it for a bunch of recordings and live streams. And while I don't have any concrete things on it yet, because it's only been a few months since I did that, I think it's made me be a bit more on the ball with like my thoughts, my quips, and just not stuttering as much in commentary. So it's been pretty good to be doing that. I feel as though the content's really hitting its stride, and I'm really excited for what next year holds. Of course, the second channel, as I said, has been dead and buried. I'm still happy with the videos we put out this year. Of course, we ended last year with the massive Persona 3 review, which, if you haven't watched, go do. It is a miracle that video came out before New Year's, and I think it's now the most highly viewed review, which is insane. And yeah, no, I'm proud of it. Of course, this year after that, we posted the just under an hour Sonic Lost World review, and then a video on Fall Guys. And there were reviews which we said we were going to do that didn't, stop. Second channel's been a bit of a mess for multiple reasons, mainly the fact I decided to be a bit more social this year, which I know is kind of like funny. It's like, are you being social? It's killing your channel? Yes. Surprisingly, having things to do and not immediately resorting to writing on a Google Doc or recording lines kind of eats into the secondary channel. But next year, hopefully, all that'll be sorted out. That said, for the second channel, if you were wondering what kind of tomfuckery we're doing for New Year's this year, you'd be glad to know I've got an entire video to edit, and I want to get it out before midnight, similar to the Persona 3 review, and it's 2:30 PM. I'm yet to have lunch, and I'm recording this, and I've got to record one more thing as well, to make sure we're on par with everything. So, needless to say, fun times are abound. Yeah, but I think that's our year generally recapped. Of course, you know, Animal Crossing GameCube as well. Well, never expected to be doing that. Upgraded our gear towards the end of the year too. And yeah, no, I think on the closing note, at least in this yearly recap, insane would be the way to phrase it, because I've never been happy with the stuff I'm making. I think my commentary is hitting pretty well. Need to still improve, you know, I can always see there's like room to wiggle and probably be a bit more entertaining here and there, but generally, completely and thoroughly happy with this year. Again, rivaling 2020, which is insane when you consider that had the New Horizons boom and the Shenmue 1 and 2 series is in. It was kind of like tough to say that, because I didn't think 2020 would be top for a while, but we did it. 2021 we were refining things, and 2022 we completely hit our stride from second one, and we were gone. So, that said, I should probably get into the subscribery special part of this video, because 800 subscribers for this channel is completely and utterly insane. Yeah, some people get that many subscribers in a day, month, week, hour, second, but you know, for us, it took me the entirety of my teenage years. And that's not a bad thing. If we were gaining subs in any of like those increments I just mentioned, who knows how this channel would look nowadays? Would we still be doing Let's Plays? Would we be doing something completely entirely different? Or would I just be acting different? It's like a big what if question that kind of scares me. But I don't really mind, because, well, yes, I'm aware that most people would laugh at how long it's taken me to get 800 subscribers. I'm pretty happy with the amount of time it's taken to get this milestone and the ones beyond. And I know that's a weird thing to say, but like, we've uploaded daily for 3 years almost now. Like, I have to enjoy what I do in order to do that. Of course, seeing the numbers go up and stuff is always nice, but, you know, daily recording and stuff, I gotta set time aside for that and say, like, hey. And, you know, at some points, some days I fall behind, but a lot of the times I just stick to it. And, you know, there are times where day recording and rendering can get in the way of me, like, having some more short-term fun, like hopping on DBD or Fortnite, because rendering uses up a bunch of my computer resources, so I can't really go on. But this still means a lot to me. I still really enjoy it, and, you know, the facts, again, as of since 2020, that's been paying off. Like, I've been enjoying it, you guys have been enjoying it, and the series that, like, started off as niche on the channel, like Persona 4, ended up being more widely accepted, is insane. Like, I love it. You know, I know compared to some people, I'm probably not doing the best, but I'm really happy that it's taken this long to get 800 subs, because the state that the channel is in now, and, like, my nice little bubble in a way, is really nice. And I think if we gained this any faster, would have been, you know, maybe it would have ruined it. And again, as I said before, I'm happy with the current state of the channel. I know it could be doing better if I switched content types and stuff, but just the sheer fact I've got people enjoying something that I also enjoy doing is enough for me. Again, I'm always said this, but I'm really happy that I came back from that hiatus. Like, there were points, obviously, in 2019, I didn't upload for multiple months, and there were points in that hiatus where I was like, maybe I will just go. Like, maybe this is my sign, I've been gone 3 months, I'm getting, like, you know, 2 views a day, and they're not sticking around to watch anything. Maybe this should be it, right? Like, you know, like, I do my GCSEs, I'm off to college, I have no idea how busy I am. Like, what point is there in coming back? Was essentially my thought process. But, funnily enough, I came back. I'm really happy I did. But it's funny, because the only thing that brought me back was the fact that we had, like, a single episode of Sonic Unleashed remaining to be recorded, among, like, some of the series that was left unfinished. And if you've watched enough videos, you'll have heard me to say this, because I say it to death in some of the old videos, but it always bothers me when YouTubers never have an ending to a series. They'll get, like, a few episodes off the end, or it'll be, like, an indefinitely running series, but it never truly has a final episode. It always bothers me. So I said, if I'm ever to quit, I will make sure every single series I'm currently going on, obviously if I've quit a series earlier, that's different, but any actively running series is, doesn't matter how long the hiatus is, I will come back and finish it. And I came back and finished Sonic Unleashed, and I figured, you know what, I might as well stay. And of course my commentary was out of whack for a while, but, you know, we continued. 2019, we did 12 days again, which is something I didn't expect to do that year at all. And then went into 2020, and we just kind of saw the blast off from there. And that was really cool, because, again, going into that hiatus, we had just kind of that flat line after we hit 200. And honestly, to see every single milestone after that has been insane. Because it's like, okay, in the back of my head, it's like, okay, 300, sick, New Horizons, a short-term burst. And it's like, right, 350, New Horizons is a bit more successful. 400, it's like, And then you get the imposter syndrome, like 500, 600, it's like, do I deserve this? I was stuck on 200 for years. I'm practically doing the same thing, just minorly better. And then you get to these numbers, and it's like, how did we get here? How did we get here? Like, that line was the most demotivating thing ever, and we still stuck with it for, like, God knows how long. So to see us finally break through it, right? And just to finally be able to, like, stand up on my own and say, yeah, no, I'm proud of how the channel is, and the fact that we've, again, blown past that stagnation. And I know many of the YouTubers will have blown past their own stagnations and got millions more than I ever would. I don't mind. Like, it's just cool. It really is. And, yeah, I did write a script for this, if that's why I'm reading things off. I also did order a KFC before I hit record. Are they on the way? Like, fuck they are. you know, professionalism is something that we've never improved with on the channel. I'm just a bit more courteous about it now. Either way, let's see. Because I inadvertently read more of the script than I had on screen, so I kind of need to keep scrolling down. So, yeah. I think that's everything. Like, I can't really ever really convey how this channel is. To me at least. Like, I always said during that stagnation period that this channel is like, okay, yeah, no, I don't care about the views, which was a lie, I was coping. But I said, oh, but, you know, I may not be getting views, but at least I'll be able to, you know, have a time capsule of how I was every single year, see what was going on in my mind and all that stuff. And that was kind of just cope, basically. At the time it was anyway, where I was just like, you know, it was like, it's an excuse why I'm not grading, it's more for me than anyone else, we can this, that and the other. And then, over time, ironically, that has become how I view things, because as much as I dislike my old videos, I'll never go deleting them. I think I've had to re-edit a few of them because I said some like bad stuff in there. Like, I was not the best person when I started this channel. I like to think this channel has me maybe a bad person. Hell, it has definitely improved my conversation skills and thinking on my feet. I know I stutter from time to time, but you'd be astounded at the amount of good shit this channel has done for me. But you can kind of see that channel, like, change and journey in all the videos. I always say the one thing that you can't buy with a massive production team and money or any amount of subs is the story behind the channel. And this channel's story is still going. Most big YouTubers will have like a story, think Mr. Beast for example, and then they kind of reach like a plateau and it just turns into mush. It's like, okay, just meeting status quo now, you know? But we've kind of just had a constant story, whether it was like that initial burst or the drama in that kind of period, that stagnation period, coming back, and then just now, I do think we still got a thing going, like a little story for ourselves. And personally, that means more to me than any number on a screen saying how many people watched a video or for how long they did, could. It just feels nice to be able to see that, honestly. And yeah, I honestly think that's the best part about this channel. We've got a story, and you can't ever take that away from me. You can say, oh, I am doing the same thing, and I'm beating you as subscribers. Great. But I have my entirety of my teenage years recorded on video on, like, servers I'm pretty sure are not going to go down anytime soon. And if they do, I could probably download them before I do. Like, I know people in the world that would kill for that. To be able to have a snapshot to show their kids, or, like, their distant relatives, years in the future, what they were like when they were a certain age. And I've got hundreds of hours of footage of me at every single age over the past 8 years, and then like some more spotty stuff in like the 2 years below. And that's completely invaluable to me. Because it's like, at the end of the day, you know, the best thing you can do on YouTube is just leave something behind. And hey, it doesn't matter who you're leaving it behind for, because personally, I'm leaving this all behind for myself, and anybody else who's able to enjoy it can hop along for the ride. And quite frankly, you're more than welcome to. But I think that's everything. Like, here we are. This was a completely banger line. I wrote the script at 4 AM, by the way, and I've not followed most of it. I was just taking the clip notes for it, but yeah, no, last thing on that front. You know, one of the things that YouTubers, I don't think can top nowadays, because the site's become sanitized, let's be entirely honest. Like, you kind of have to scrub yourself with personality and stuff in order to have the massest wide appeal imaginable, because the more of you show, the more people you push away. And, you know, if you want to have the massive available reach, like someone like Mr. Beast, you can't have a personality. And personally, I think that's bullshit. Because you can either bend to that, you can stand your ground, be yourself, and say, you know what? I'll just be me and see how it goes. Like, the original tagline for YouTube was broadcast yourself, and while they don't have that tagline anymore now, I'd argue that's what I've done. And yeah, I'm going to continue doing that. Hopefully you guys will continue to watch me doing that in whatever entertaining way I may be. And thank you for tuning in. Because as much as I say, you know, the numbers don't mean much and the story means more, it is always nice. It's a nice validating feel after that stagnation period, and after being told in high school that my YouTube channel was cringe and awful and this, that and the other, to finally see this channel get some traction. It's just very validating. And I had a conversation with one of my friends, Rayham, the other day, where he was like, yeah, I'm ashamed my family members ask about it. And you never really get over that, like, awkward feeling when someone in real life asks about your YouTube channel, but at least now, I'm able to a little bit more confidently stand up and say, yeah, that YouTube channel there is mine, and that is in no small part due to you guys and me. Like, this channel is our collaborative work, this story is mine as much as you guys have a part in influencing it. And I just think that's cool. I know I've said that a lot of times, but I genuinely just think the fact that I'm able to sit here right now and know that somebody on the other side of the world could possibly be watching this and nodding along and going like, oh, it's about me. Can't take that away. YouTube might be a hell site full of the most SEO optimized things imaginable with the most completely bland, dry personality imaginable. But so long as they allow me to stay here, I plan to stay here. I'm glad I came back, and I to think I'll be staying here for a very long time. It's like, who knows? Like, 8 years right now seems like an absurd amount of time to have me chronicled for, but God forbid you see me having daily uploads in my 50s, I would be dead. Like, when I'm going to turn this into a job, but, you know, I still think it's funny that I can have kids one day and be like, hey, kid, do you want to see what I was like when I was 12? Scary. But also kind of cool. Like, again, completely invaluable. Like, out of anything in the world, this is, like, easily one of the things that means the absolute most to me, because you can call it a sunk cost fallacy if you want, but the amount of time and effort we've put into it is just honestly something to be proud of. And I want to thank you guys for being there every step of the way, because, again, seeing that subscriber number climb higher and higher after years of being told it never would and it stagnate and I have no reason to get any more subscribers, it's really validating, and it has done more for me on the inside than you guys could ever hope to know. Like, it has given me skills, like in Photoshop, to go use everywhere else and improve my conversation skills. It's helped me meet people. Like, what this channel has done for me, through no small part of your guys' like interaction and collaboration, has been invaluable. And yeah, I'm Steve900. I promise won't make one of these videos again. Maybe 850, we'll see. See if I'm busy. Do a quick thing. But yeah, no, see you at 900. We'll do a bigger, more extravagant thing. And then, who knows? Maybe in this next year we'll hit 1,000. And if we do, God forbid you start seeing adverts on a Neremik video. Like, that seemed so far out of reach, and the fact that that is achievable within the next year to 2 years is insane. But I think that's everything. I've rambled on long enough. I'm sure I'm starting to bore you all by now if you haven't clicked off already or switched to times 2 speed. So yeah, all said, all that aside, thanks for watching, guys. My name's been Neremik. Thank you very, very much for 800 subscribers. Gonna keep you giving all the content, you know, all that good stuff. And yeah, Happy New Year.